What's up, gang, and welcome back to DSR. I'm your host, Buck, and unfortunately, this is not the intended chosen undead. This is actually my backup character, Claire. So, I originally recorded this video about a week ago, probably, and it wasn't up to standard, or at least I didn't think so. So, I decided to scrap that and take it from the jump, start over, as one would say. So the way things are working with this character is I started off as the warrior class, so that means I don't have the mastery key or the master key. But I'm caught up to the point where my other character is I have all the pyromancies and all the sorceries that I can get thus far. And luckily with this character, my item discovery has been on point, because I have been able to get the Black Knight sword. I actually have a couple of them, the Great Sword, and a bunch of other things that are actually rare drops. But anyway, moving forward, I've decided to take this playthrough into a different direction. We're going to complete it, but I wanted to show things a little differently, with a little bit more genuine, so to speak. Alright, so when last we met, we were in Darkroot Basin and we joined the Forest Hunters Covenant. At this point with this character, I have yet to join them. As a matter of fact, I wanted to show the alternate route to deal with some of this stuff that that the last video touched on. So first of all, we're at the top of Darkroot Garden. We're pretty much at the entrance, right? I've already slain the monsters in the area, and this is where that first puddle is. But if you veer off to the right, you'll notice this flower with light in it. We've noticed this light before, but we never really just talked about it. But if you move towards the light, it would seem as though there was a path here. But if you keep moving forward, you're going to fall to your untimely demise. But if you look to the left, down there, you can actually see a little item that you can pick up. And we're wondering how we get there. But worry no longer. Just branch off to the right and then follow underneath that flower. And we'll find ourselves in the Darkroot Basin before you know it. And there you have it. So we have yet to defeat the Hydra in this run. But that's the whole point of me starting this character, was to show you the alternate route to deal with this stuff. I'll take all that. So if we come down here, there's two paths to take, but the one on the upper branch allows you access to a nice weapon when dealing with the Hydra when we get down there. The leather set, as well as the long arrows and feather arrows. The long arrow does a little bit more damage the further away you are, which is very good, because the Hydra at a certain point is pretty distant. So what I'm going to do real quick is pause right here and run back up to Andre and level up the longbow just a little bit. Probably just to level 5. And so we're now back at the general area where I picked up the bow. It was on that cliffside right there. So if we continue forward from there, we'll find ourselves in the area we were in the last video where we fought the Hydra. And of course, this route can be a little bit more dangerous, because not only do you have the Hydra to contend with, but you also have these crystal golems, the blue ones. They're not too much trouble, but dealing with them and the Hydra's little dragon breath can be both obnoxious and pretty dangerous. However, if you're clever, the Hydra's attack can be used to serve you, because friendly fire is an active thing in this game, which means the Hydra's attacks can damage these crystal golems. And on a more positive note, the crystal golems can drop blue titanite, I think it's chunks, which can help with magic weapon reinforcement, which we haven't even unlocked yet, as a matter of fact. But you got to be careful here because it follows you. You see it has like a bit of a homing aspect to it, so it does follow a little bit. But if you can line it up with the golems, you don't even have to get your hands dirty. You see that? The golems themselves aren't too much trouble. At earlier levels, maybe, but at this point, we can handle them no problemo. Alright, try to line it up like this. I missed. Alright, so now, the tough part about this is you got to get past the water breath. So what you want to do is sprint at your lightest equip load, try to get down into this water, dodge that as best as you can, because at a certain point it'll just go over your head, right? And like previously, once you get in the water, technically it will stop shooting at you and start lunging. And so you just do what you did before. Chop each head off. Gotta be careful though, I don't have a shield. And the reason I don't have a shield is because it'd make me overweight. And this is going a lot smoother than the last one did. Now, let me go ahead and equip the rusted iron ring. At this point we already know what it does, but it's gonna make things a little easier. So you notice the item in front of me here? I don't want to pick it up because just a little bit further away you can see the edge. You can see it a lot better on this side than you can on the other. And the chosen undead, or any undead rather, they can't really swim too well. He's not having a good time. Alright, let's see if we can smack that one. Alright, so the Hydra should have one head left. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and equip our longbow. Because I don't like going for this last head anyway, because it's too close to the water's edge. But now with the longbow, we should be able to... Oh. What? Take the rest of it out. You can actually smack that head a couple times. You can break the head with the arrows. And there you have it. We got the dragon scale and the Dusk crown ring. And now we can go ahead and pick this item up. That's the knight set. Since we started off as the warrior class, we started with the, let me see. No, the hard leather armor, right? But the hard leather armor makes us a little heavier, and I don't like slow rolling, especially in situations like that. But we'll discuss what the Dusk crown ring does later. But first, let's go deal with another adversary. And for this one, I think I do want to go ahead and... You know what? I don't need a shield. Let me see. Alright, cool. But we do want to go ahead and top ourselves off here. Go back up here. Now that the Hydra's been taken care of, this area is a little bit more safer. And we can grab that. So if you hide behind these trees and stuff, you'll suffer the same fate as this poor sap right here. So it's best just to run down and get there as quickly as you can. When facing this enemy in this tower, which is only accessible after you obtain the watchtower basement key. Yeah. Parrying is not the right option. You kind of want to try circle strafing, backstabs, and things like that. You can try to parry, but it's really dangerous. Because this dude hits pretty hard. I want to say he hits very hard. Even if I had a shield, that would have done a lot of damage. Because it's going to completely obliterate any type of shield stability and do natural damage to the character. Come on, man. What is he doing? Here. Well, and there you have it. Oh. Alright, let me get back down there. Well, actually, I'm kind of glad he did that, because now that we're at the top of Darkroot Garden, we can go ahead and face the next little challenge that I wanted to show you. So, you already know, the only way to open this door is with the Crest of Artorias. So, what we want to do is that, just that, open the door. And last time, see, as you can see, I'm now slow rolling. But anyway, last time we just ran past these forest hunters. But what we want to do now is fight them, because I want to show you a cool trick that you can do to get some early souls. Now, these dudes are tough too, but if you know your parries, you can take care of them just like that. The one you want to look out for, well, to be fair, you want to look out for all of them, is this one straight ahead. This sorcerer. His sorceries hit pretty hard. And that is Soul Arrow. But once he's done with his sorceries, he will challenge you. And after that, he's not too much to challenge. But trust me, you don't want to let those hit you. Now we fate. And there you go. So now what you can do, if you don't want to fight them all straight up, you want to come up here. There's a thief on this right side. And trust me, he has all the aspects of a thief. Which means if he backstabs, it's pretty much game over. So you want to keep moving back towards the entrance. And run to this right little corner back here behind under the steps. You don't have to block, but it's a good idea. What these guys are going to do, they're going to run off. They're going to die. And you get free souls. Just like that. So that's about 10,000 souls a pop. But you don't want the sorcerer shooting at you while that happens. But anyway, if we go over here, there are two more that we can fight. Like, you can see that one straight ahead. Go ahead and get this shield back out. But there are two here. There's one on the left and one on the right. The one on the right... Oh man, she's already shooting at me. Let's get rid of this one first. Has an item or a weapon that we want. And as far as I know, this one that's shooting arrows at us is the only one that can drop stuff. Or drop items. The other ones only drop souls, so if you knock them off that cliff, you're not going to lose anything. And there you have it. Get the black bow of Faris and Faris' hat. As long as you don't talk to Alvina and join the Covenant, you should be okay to take those guys out. But after you do that, and you're a part of the Covenant and you attack those guys, you're going to have to seek forgiveness. So I'll meet you back down where that dude took us out. I'm going to talk to Alvina, And I'm also going to get the that other ring. I think it's the Hornet ring. Yeah, I'm going to get the Hornet ring and I'll meet you back down there. So see you in a little bit. In my effort to retrieve those items that I spoke of, and the items I'm talking about is the Hornet ring and, of course, the Enchanted Ember, which I forgot to mention. I ran into some trouble with those tree guys, as well as some of those mushrooms, so I had to go back to the bonfire and rest at it. But this shows you I got a blue Titanite chunk from fighting off these crystal golems down here. And now with a little bit better equipment, I'm going to take on this dude in this tower again. But since the Ring of Artorias, which boosts poise, does nothing for us here, we're going to go ahead and equip the Hornet Ring, which boosts our critical hit damage. I should equip a shield, but I'm still not going to, because parrying is not the way to go here. Instead, we're going to try the method we were doing before, but this time we're going to get the best of this guy, right? Oh, he's going crazy already. He remembers us. I remember you too. So what the Hornet Ring does is boost critical damage, which means not that. The damage you get from backstabs and riposte is now greater. So this this greatly benefits a thief class. So here we go, round 3. Let's see if I can get the better of this guy this time. I promise you the circle strafe method works. I kind of want to try parrying, but I know I'm not that good at it to get this guy. Holy crap. And also, where's my backstab? This dude is crazy. Jeez. Alright, guy. There we go. Ugh, finally. And our reward for defeating such a character is Havel's Ring. So what that does is similar to what the Rusted Iron Ring does. Actually, not at all. What it actually does is boost our equip load. Which means you see how I'm like slow rolling now, but if I equip it, if my weight is low enough, I should be boosted back to my fast roll. Aha! So that means you can equip heavier items. Of course. So we got Havel's Ring. I guess that guy was Havel. Oh, that's the general theory. Oh. More blue Titanite chunks. Since I died a couple of times to that dude, what that did for us is went ahead and reloaded the area. And what that does, since the Hydra does not respawn, something has to take its place, right? So what we're going to do now is run past this waterfall. Excuse me. So yeah, like I said, run past this waterfall. And the acquisition of the Dusk Crown Ring makes it possible to come in contact with this NPC after you rescue her from the lovely crystal golem you see before us. So you did what... What is going on with all this damage I'm taking today? Oh man, I'm fighting like I've never played this game before. Anyway, you handle him like you handled the other ones. He's a little stronger, but so what? And there you have it. We have rescued the princess herself, Dusk of Ulasil.
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
You want to go with an emphatic yes. I mean, you don't have to. If you say no, she'll disappear and you lose her for the rest of that playthrough, I think. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and do it because she does have some useful items that we can use later in the game.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
She claims to be from a time long before our own, from a place called Ulasil. If you read the lore on some of the items we picked up, it's most specifically the Enchanted Ember. It makes mention of the land of Ulasil. This Enchanted Ember, a form of sorcery, is a vestige of the lost land of Ulasil. And now we've met somebody that claims to be from this land, Ulasil. Up to this point, we may have heard mention of other different lands, like Andre is from Astora, Laurentius is from the Great Swamp, Latrek is from Karim, and so is Patches. But she claims to be from Ulasil, so... And this is her summon sign. I'm hollowed out because I may have taken a death or two, and this is just to prove that you don't have to be in human form to summon her. So this maiden, Dusk of Ulasil, who we have rescued.
I am Dusk of Ulasil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes.
Let's go ahead and learn how to bow properly and talk to her about her predicament. How did she wind up where she was?
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
We came through as our knight in shining armor.
The sorceries of Ulasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulasil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
We sure do, so let's go ahead and pick up some of these sorceries that she's talking about. The two that I'm most fond of are these top two, is Hidden Body and Cast Light. The other ones you can get them, but I don't believe they have nearly the potential as those two.
The sorceries, it is all as thine. Does thou...
Oh, she's got nothing more to say.
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I only wish to be of some genuine assistance. May the flames guide thee.
As long as we keep boosting up our intelligence, we should be able to use those sorceries, no problem. As a matter of fact, I think we got enough time to explore one more area, because there's a lot that I can cut from this, but that's behind the scenes stuff, and it's not really important. But anyway, here comes another tough enemy. And the way I've been fighting today isn't really... it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence, but we're going to try it anyway. I'm not going to try to fandangle this guy. We're just going to beat him up real good. And my item discovery's been on point, so we may be able to get his special item too, which is one of the best ones in the game. Or arguably the best one in the game. So these Dark Knights possess great weapons. Like the weapon I'm using now is the Dark Knight Sword. I believe this dropped from one of the Dark Knights over in, oh man, over in the Undead Asylum. My item discovery's been pretty good, like I've mentioned. So maybe we can go ahead and get his stuff too. Got a blue chunk. And not so lucky this time, but that's okay. Anyway, let's see. Let's do the Valley of Drakes. Should I do the Valley of Drakes? Yeah, let's go ahead. Go ahead and pick this up. The Grass Crest Shield. It's one of my favorites. I think, let me see. Is that the one that boosts stamina recovery? Yeah. So it makes your stamina go up a little faster. Just a little bit. So this bonfire is not really important. But if you're not confident in your skills in the next area, it's a good idea to go ahead and rest at it. Especially considering the enemies in the next area use somewhat magic damage. Well, it's more lightning, but you understand. It's going to hurt. Because our lightning defense isn't really all that good. What? Isn't really all that good anyway. I wouldn't say architecture, but this little lift, it's going to look familiar to us later. Because the next area we're going to in the next video features this exact same setup. Okay, now we're in the Valley of Drakes. Now, okay. So these guys are your formidable source of dragon scales. If you're into that kind of thing, they can also do some heavy damage to you. Kind of annoying, really. They're easily staggered, but like that. But you don't want to fight them in a group, which is what we have ahead of us right here. Alright, let's get this one out the way and get that piece of equipment that he's guarding. Yeah, right. Oh, gosh. Go ahead and... Gotta be careful here. Oh! Come on, guy. Oh! They can fly off sometimes, but let's not rely on that. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I'm not going for a hit because he's too close. He was too close to the edge on that one. Will you stop that? There you have it. Oh my gosh. No dragon scales, but that'll be alright. So this next area is pretty much a suicide mission unless you know what you're doing. You want to grab this, then back off. Let him get reset in his position. And you know what? We're going to do this next part with no weapons and armor. We're going to put everything up. We're going to take this on with our bare hands. You ready for this? Let's go. So what you want to do That's pretty much what we did with the Forest Hunters. Just get to this ladder and go. After a certain point, they can't hit you. And you do not want to go back down there. Anyway, our reward for this little bit of adventure is the red Tishstone ring. It pretty much serves a similar function to the blue Tishstone ring, but instead of defense, it boosts attack when HP is low. Alright, so now I kind of want to make the run back up to Firelink Shrine, so I'll meet you there.
That's an odd ember you have there. Ah, I know what you're thinking, but I'm no good with those. It won't be easy, but I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone else.
And so here we are, back at our resting place. We are back at Firelink Shrine. So our adventure brings us back to this point, and at this point we may have a little bit of confusion as to how to proceed. But there are some characters here, some NPCs that might give us a clue. May give us a clue indeed.
Have you been to the ruins of New Londo below? Just head down the stairs and take the lift. It's certainly worth a visit. It was once an undead city. You may find a clue or two, unless the ghosts find you first.
So, in our next video, we're going to be taking on the New Londo ruins. And we will be back with our main character. So until then, I'll see you later.